Hi everybody, this is take 2 because the first time around my camera didn't work correctly. That was my fault because I'm using a different phone than I normally do, and this one couldn't film in landscape, so I had to do something different. So now I'm going to look myself up on the Elizabeth Craft Designs page, of course, and now it should be fine, but it isn't. What's wrong with Facebook? Why doesn't it work? That's a bit sad, actually. Whoa. It isn't working. Let's see. Oh, it is. I got my old video in the screen, but now I see it's okay. Yes, you see me, Belinda. Hi everybody. I think I'm a bit rusty because it's been such a long time since I was live, so had to get a little bit adjusted here. I see it now. It's good, you guys say. Hi Laura. Hi Belinda. Hi Cindy. Hi Miranda. Oh yeah, she says she can see and hear me. That's fine. That's nice. Hi Tineke. Hi Pat. It's okay. Thank you, Patricia. Yes, it is okay. But the first time around it was filming vertically, and now I'm seeing myself alright. And I got the old video somehow when I was going to the Elizabeth Craft Designs page. So hi Mariah, nice to see you here. Hi Nancy. Well, let's get things started. Now you are all getting in the live. So hi Dorothy. Hi Kristen. So rainy and cold in Connecticut. Hi Jen. So what you see here are, hi Anita. Nice to see you. Hi Johan. What I got here are my two big square TNs, of course, because I'm going to work in this one, but I wanted to show you this bulky one. That's the one that I made for December. So with all my December journaling. So this is how it looks when it's completely filled. You probably already saw some of it online or maybe on the Instagram. Hi Femke. And this one is relatively empty because I just started this one for Journal With Us, and that's what I'm going to do today, work on a Journal With Us prompt, and hopefully this one will be as bulky as this one. And at the end of the year, when we did all the prompts, I'm going to tell you something about Journal With Us because I don't know if you guys already know what it is. Journal With Us is a free course that Ilse and I came up with, and we have a prompt for every month of the year. Last year I made this TN for Journal With Us. This is the little one, also the square one, of course, and this is completely filled with a lot of the prompts that we did last year. And last year every prompt was a color, so every month had a different color that we worked on. And you can see the rainbows here because of all the colors. Hi Joseph, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hi Linda. And this year we have some different prompts for you. You can find them on our ourjournalspecials.com blog. You will see all the prompts there, but we didn't give a prompt to every month yet, because I know that some of you guys want to work in front and just get the whole year done, but actually our thought was to see every month what prompt that we wanted to do and actually get people more inspired to do something every month, because that's the whole thing behind the workshop. So we want to keep you inspired for the whole year. So we didn't give you all the prompts for all the months yet. You can see all the different prompts, but you don't know which prompt is for which month. That's the story behind it. And for the month of February, we're going to work with texture paste. So that's what I'm going to do now. In this video, I'm going to work on the second prompt. The first one was corrugated cardstock, and I made this page, the start of my journal, for that prompt. And you can actually find my video and the video that Ilse made for this prompt in on the Art Journal Specials blog. And we decided that Ilse is doing a Dutch video every month and I'm doing one in English. So we get something for everybody, because some of the Dutchies really don't like the English videos or maybe have some trouble following along. And of course we have a lot of you that don't speak Dutch, and for all of you guys I'm doing things in English. So these are my favorite of the Art Journal journals, says Debbie. So you like the bigger size, Debbie, or because it's square? What's your preference? I really like the size, the little bit bigger size. Of course you have some more room on your pages, so that's what I really like doing. Thanks for doing the English version, of course. And actually you don't have to register anymore to see the videos. When you go to our blog on the artjournalspecials.com website, you will find the videos there every first Monday of the month. So Monday we will release the new videos, and I will be using this video because I'm doing it in the live now, but normally we have some videos for you that will well, they can be found there. Oh yes, because they are big and square. Yeah, I really like a square journal as well. But for now it's really fun because in this format you can actually mix and match all the previous sizes as well, because as I did here for December, I actually used some different sizes in here. This is a part of the pocket that we made for our regular size TN, for the passport size, so that's fun. Here I have a little bit of a smaller page in here, so you can really use all the dies from all our previous collections. You can use those in this square journal, so that's really cool. I filled one with watercolor paper. Well, actually I did that with this journal. I only use watercolor paper for now, and then I will be sewing on some of our cardstock on there, and I will be able to use, of course, texture paste. I will be able to use my watercolors, acrylics. I can use everything on there, so that's something that I want to do in this journal for now. I actually didn't bound my insert yet, so these are all loose pages because I wanted to be able to get them out, especially for the texture page, so I can lay it flat. That works a little bit nicer for me. So let's talk about texture paste, because probably you guys already know something about them, but I just wanted to give a little introduction for the people that don't and want to know a little bit more. Of course you have some different texture paste, and I also use modeling paste. I found that something of a texture paste. Of course it's not textured, but it does give texture to your pages. So I really love using just the normal white modeling paste through a stencil, and that's what I'm going to use tonight. But you also have like these texture paste, and it's somewhat of a graphite that's in there. When you look at this when it's opened, then you can see actually that it's really textured in there, and it is a bit of a gray finish. So when you put it on your page, you will already have some color on there. And then you also have, oh, this is actually the graphite, and this is more like a stone structured graphite paste. So this one is more the graphite, and it's really black. And I think that's cool as well. I think it's stuck because I didn't use this for a little while. When you put that under like a hot water, you can open it, but you have to believe me, it's really dark. As you can see, it's a black texture paste. And you have texture paste with glitter in them. You have them with all kinds of brands, and you just can use whatever you like. This lesson isn't about which texture paste to use. It's just an example on how to use texture paste on your backgrounds. So let's see. That's good to know. Thank you. Single version. Love watching you and Ilza. Thank you. Happy birthday to both Marga and Sue. Happy birthday, Marga and Sue. I'm thinking about starting a journal and may order the upcoming blue planner. If I understand correctly, the new page in the insert will fit the planner. I like the inserts. I'm not really updated on the planners. If you mean the journals, then I can tell you everything about them, but the planners, maybe Els is in here and she can tell you a little bit more about that. Hi, Aniki, hello from Finland. Oh, I love the gritty look. Yes, it is really fun. Yes, the new just fit the normal planner. Oh, thank you, Dacia. Let's see. I love how chunky and stuffed your brown journal is. I really love chunky journals. That's the most satisfying part for me, actually. I wanted to show you one of the pages I did in December that has some texture paste on it already. So let me see. Let me find it here. Oh, here it is. Thank you for checking. Only make good sense now. Is the picture freezing or anyone else off a bit? Congratulations, Morga. I can still see myself alright, so I don't think it's freezing. I like Ranger's pastes. Yes, they are really nice. And the Facebook app is playing up. Okay, I'm still fine, so I hope you can still see everything alright. So here I have some of the texture paste on the top part of my page, and also here for the snowflakes. So that's what I used in the background. So as you can see, it's really fun using it through a stencil. Of course, you also can use it straight out of the jar and then just put it on your pages, but I really like it when I'm using it in combination with some stenciling, as I already did here. And I really love to build on top of that, just as a first layer on my page, and then build my page on top of it. So that's the way I love to use my texture pastes, and that's what we're going to do for today's live, and that's what I wanted to show you for the Journal with Us prompt of this month. So let's get started, because I already talked way too much. So let's go ahead and do something. I'm going to start with this stencil, and I want to work on it across these pages, and I'm going to use the modeling paste, as I already told you. So probably I'm going to take out 2 of these pages and put my journal over here so I can make that all messy. Your December journal is gorgeous. Thank you, Pat. So let's see. This is how it's going to be in my journal, and this is how I'm going to use the stencil on it, because I want to do how I thought about it. I want to do this over here and then this part over there. So this is how it's going to work. Just have to look at the line there. because where it falls you really don't want your modeling paste, of course, because you won't see it and it doesn't make the folding any easier. So I'm just going to do it like that. Oh, hi Ilse. Ilse's here as well. I probably missed you before. Switch the flag to English to read it in English. Yes, that's something that not everybody has found yet, but the page is also available in English. So if you just put it with the flag on English, then you can read everything in English as well. And of course you can find all of our products there, and if we have some new workshops or something, you will find it there on the blog as well. Oh, I love that stencil. Thank you, Sue. I've never used the paste before. Can you apply the paste, let it dry, and then color it? Yeah, if you want the paste to be a color, you have to color it on forehand. I'm going to use it as a bit of a resist. I'm going to use it in combination with watercolor, so we'll show you that when it's dry, because this is a paste that's based on acrylic, and that's plastic, so the watercolor won't be able to go on top of that plastic layer. The watercolor will only attach to the watercolor paper, so it will work as a bit as a resist. So now I'm going to apply the paste through the stencil. I'm going to use you can use a palette knife or even an old like an old gift card or something, and then you can just put it through the stencil like this. I'm just going to do not too thick of a layer, because I'm going to heat dry it in a moment with my heat tool, because we don't want to wait for this to dry like forever, but actually just letting it dry by air, it's even better, because you can like boil it with your heat tool, and that's not something that you would actually want, but we don't have that much time, so I'm going to do it like this. And now I'm going to do the second page. I'm going to lay my page a bit flat so it works even better. Just going to put this on the page like this. Take some more of the modeling paste. I like your spatula with the flexible tip. Yes, that's really fun. It's a Nuvo spatula, and that works really nicely, and you actually can clean it very well as well, because normally you would prefer to straight away take it to the sink and just clean it, but that's not really possible for me now during the live. So this really cleans well when I'm going to be finished in about an hour. Then I can still take the most of the modeling paste off. Just want to make sure I have enough paste on here, like that, and then I'm done with the paste. Just lifting it, and now you can see the image of our stencil on your pages. Just let me put that aside, and we'll clean that later. Close the jar, and then I'm going to heat set it, and that will make some noise, so I'm sorry for that. You can try to color it with acrylic ink or use a little bit of paste in a separate bottle, clay to color. Yeah. You wrap your spatula or even a paintbrush in a wet baby wipe until you're done. Makes clean up easy if it ends up sitting a bit. Oh, that's smart, Belinda. Thank you for the tip. So I really like this stencil. And it's really fun to use as a background. So I'm just moving around my heat tool. So as I already said, I don't want to overheat the modeling paste because it's a bit like plastic, so it will get burned otherwise. Hi Marijke. A little bit late now, you're perfectly on time. The only thing I did was use modeling paste through the stencil. Can you add color directly to the paste and then use it on stencils? Yes, you can color it, but you have to be careful with what type of material you're going to color it with. You can do it with some you can also use some pigment powder or something. You can also use acrylic paint, but acrylic paint isn't as thick as the modeling paste, so you will actually thin it down, and then it isn't as nice to work with through a stencil as the modeling paste itself is, because of the texture. It's thicker and then it works better through the stencil actually. Does it matter have a thick or thin layer of paste is applied? Let's see. Or does it take just longer to dry? Yes, it does take longer to dry, but actually when you put it through the stencil, as if you would like put butter on your sandwich, then you will always get like an even amount on there, because of the stencil. A thinner layer is just a little bit more beautiful, I think, because you don't want like humps on there. I actually think it's quite dry already. I think I'm pretty much done here. Yes, I can work on top of this just a little bit more here, because this turned out a little bit thicker on this circle. And then I'm going to work on top of it with watercolor. But again, like with pigment powders, you can work on top of it, and that works really nicely as well. So it's better to color after on top of the paste. Yes, that's what I usually do, because I really like that effect, and I will show you what that's like, how that looks. If you will go on top of it with an acrylic paint, you will probably get the same color on the paste as on your page, because of course acrylic paint isn't translucent as a watercolor is. So then you will still be able to see the stenciling, but not as clearly as you do with watercolors. So I'm just going to put this on here so I have my pages open. Let's see. Let's get my watercolors out and a paintbrush. I'm actually going to go for like a bit of a greenish background. Picking up my larger watercolor brush, because I do want to use a lot of water and a lot of pigment for my background, so this will work a little bit faster. Nice stencil. Thank you, Marijke. I need a clip like that. Yes, you do, David. It's really handy for your journals, just to leave them open. And I'm just going to go on top of the stenciling and on my watercolor paper. And as you see, this works as a resist. And it's actually really fun to have that stenciling in the white on your background. And you can just play with the watercolor. You don't have to color everything. Leave some white space on your pages. I really like that. And then you can actually just play with the paint on there. And I'm going to use the same color on these two pages just to connect them, of course. And you can use different colors on one page if you like, because the watercolors will blend together. It's a white modeling paste, yes. A bit late, sorry. Went to the restaurant to celebrate my son's exam. Congratulations, Nancy. Which structure paste I use? I use the regular modeling paste. Marijke, sorry. Love to watch you create and use watercolors. Ah, thank you, Belinda. So I think this is how I'm going to leave it. Not more watercolor, just like this. And of course I want some splatters on there, because the page isn't finished without some splattering. Just like that. And if you watched my lives before, you know I really don't like heat setting my watercolors, because I really think the colors turn out more beautiful when you leave them to dry. Just air dry them. But because of the time and I have to work on top of my background, I am going to do it with my heat tool now. Yes, true. It can be some paste would resist the watercolors. Just, I missed that. That set of stencils must be added to my stash soon. Yes, it does, Belinda. It's from our last collection, of course, as is the journal. They are all from the winter collection. And as you can see, you can use these stencils all year round, because they're just not completely only for winter. You can use them as much as you would like. Don't you find that modern paste is harder to use on watercolor paper than it is on cardstock, Charlene? Of course, you are using watercolors here. If it's harder to use on watercolor paper than it is on cardstock, no, I actually don't really notice a difference with using it on cardstock or watercolor paper. Maybe if you use a really gritty watercolor paper, a really textured one, because this is a smooth watercolor paper. Maybe that's something that you will notice if you used a little bit more of a textured one, that it can be more difficult. But I actually never had that experience. Love always, you always splatter the page. I always do. So I have to dry the splatters, of course, because they are a little bit wet. Love your page so far. Thank you, Jan. Actually, with stenciling and using like texture paste, grid paste, modeling paste, and then just some watercolors on you, and or some different coloring material on your page, that really is super easy, and you have a really nice effect within a few minutes. So I really like using that. I think it's dry, so now we can work on the next step. And let's see, because I of course thought of some things that I wanted to use on my page. I have even thought of using the different types of watercolor paper. That was the difference. Yeah, maybe it was. I hope that works for you, Sue. This is 300 grams, Mariah, but normally I would use a 200 grams. I had one package that was the wrong thickness, but this is a 300 grams, so I thought I would make some pages out of them, but it works the same on the 200 or the 300 grams. It doesn't make a difference. You almost missed it, Shannon. Hello, welcome. Oh my god, that's awesome. Thank you, Pam. So what I did prepare is this fun element. What I did, I took the die from our Picture It collection. It's like the little photo frame, and I put a pocket behind it, and I used my sewing machine just to get it on there, and then I had some shaking material and a butterfly from a latest collection in there, and I'm going to use that on one side, and then I have some flowers and butterflies all cut out of black paper and some corrugated cardstock, and I'm going to use those on the other page. Remove the plastic cling wrap and push it down against the base inside, then put the lid on. Oh, to get it open again. Okay, cute shaker. Thank you, Pat. Love the shaker. And I have some fabric here. I got this from Ilse. It's really nice. It's some fabric with some gold splatters on it. Really, really love that. And I'm going to use that across these pages. So I'm just going to put it on there like this on the bottom, just to give the pages even more of a greenish color. And then I'm going to use my shaker on it, and I'm going to make some flowers on it, and I'm just going to put it on there, I think with a tiny texture. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty fabric. Yes, we love the fabric. You like the shaker, Mariah. Thank you. And let's see. I'm just going to see how I'm going to put it on there. Just fold it a little bit. And then I'm going to take my tiny attacher. And of course, you can always use some glue behind it, but I just want to be able to move it around still while I'm working. So I'm not completely putting it on there, just on the sides, so it's really stuck like that. And now I can still move the little middle part a bit. And then going over on this side, just put it on there. And then this part, maybe just cut it off already. It can overhang a little bit, doesn't have to be exactly the same size as your page, because I really like it when it's not that neat, just a little bit playful. Just can overhang there like that. And then I'm going to put it over here with the tiny attacher again, just making that part of my pages. So, and I can still fold it, of course. And I probably will stitch my insert later on, so all the pages are stuck together. And now let's see, maybe the shaker can go on like this. And of course, I always put pictures in my journals, so I can still have some room here to put a picture on top of it, because I really want to memory keep in my journals. So that's why I always leave some like open space to put in some pictures of that day that I'm journaling about. But I think the shaker will go really nicely in here. And you can make shakers of course with more of our dies. So, but I really liked this one, and I was actually inspired by something I did before, because as I showed you, this is a little bit of the same idea. It's the same die with some other shaker material in it, and I put that on the front of my journal, and now I'm going to use it on this page. And now we're going to play with some of the flower dies. Just we'll do some putting them together, just playing with them. Let's see, I have a little bit more. I also have some black ones, because I really like the black pop of color. Yeah, the black just popping off the page with the green background. Let's see. Oh, I need that art journal set with those florals, so delicate. These are also from the winter collection actually. And I really love playing with all the flowers and the branches. It's really cool to put them all together. I really think that looks like fun. Maybe this one a little bit smaller, because it's kind of big now with the flowers. Yes, it's so pretty. I have the window set and it's so pretty too. Yes, I really like the window set with the flowers in combination. It's really fun as well. It's really nice to create shakers using that photo die. Thank you. Of course, Mercedes. Yes, the art journal flower and branches dies are awesome. Thank you, Jan. And now that I have my flowers combined with the little branches, I think I'm going to use my tiny attacher just to get them stuck on the page, and then use a little bit of glue here and there just to put them on there so they won't come off anymore. I'm just going to lift the page a bit and then use my tiny attacher just to get them there. Let's see. And a nice tip with the structure page, of course I have my staples now here on the background. With your using like texture paste on top of this page, you will get rid of those staples and nobody will ever know that they even were there. I love those flowers, they are so pretty, good all year round. Yes, Debbie, they are. You can use them all year round, of course. let's get some glue behind those flowers and get them on the page. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot of glue to get them on there. Hello from Holland. Hi Bianca. Hello from Holland as well. So now we have the flowers on there, and maybe I can actually already put the shaker on there as well. Yes. I think I don't know if I made that other shaker. I think I made that one in a live as well. I will try to look it up and maybe post a link in the journaling group from Elizabeth Craft Designs, so you can see how I made the shaker. But because I couldn't go live really long today, I thought I prepped the shaker so we won't be busy too long. And of course I want to give the most attention to the modeling paste, because that's actually the thing that we're talking about today, of course. Using modeling paste, texture pastes on your pages, because that's the prompt of Journal With Us for February. So putting this one back. And I really like when you use your sewing machine that you just leave some of the threads hanging there, because it just looks artsy, doesn't it? I will visit the Netherlands one day, Kristen. My great grandparents came to the US from Katzand in the 1800s. Then you absolutely should visit the Netherlands sometime. So, and I put a little butterfly in my shaker pocket, and I thought it would be nice if the butterflies were flying around on the pages to the flowers. And these butterflies are also from our winter collection, so you will find them there as well. And actually when you go to the ourjournalspecials.com website, you can find all of our products, and you can make a little wish list and go to your favorite Elizabeth Craft Designs seller and then go and shop your fun stuff over there. But sometimes people want to know which dies fit into which journal, so you can find that on the website and give you all the information. And as I already told you, it also, you will also find the blog there where you can find the inspirational videos from Ilse and myself. So I thought this was fun to do. Attaching a butterfly to those loose threads might be nice. Cool artwork. Thank you, Diane. Such a happy harmony of beautiful elements. Thank you, Dorothy. The dangling threads just add another texture element. They absolutely do. If this live will be visible afterwards, yes, it absolutely will. You will be able to find it here on the Elizabeth Craft Designs page, but you will also find it on the Elizabeth Craft Designs YouTube channel, because after a little while the videos will be posted there. I think they still do that. I'd like to add an outline with white pen elements sometimes too. Yes, that's really fun. You can keep on adding all kinds of textures and elements to your pages. That's the fun thing of journaling. And of course, everybody has their own style and everybody has their own preferences. And it's your journal. You can do it with it whatever you want. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. You don't have to do what other people do. You can if you like that and if you want to try it, and maybe something can be an inspiration and you try it and you just add your own fun stuff to it. So that's the way, that's why I like it. I love it. I won't hesitate to use black watercolor now after seeing this. Let's see, put those on there with the butterflies flying across my pages to the flowers, just having fun. It's just fun to do whatever you feel like that day. Nice freedom. Yes, it is, Belinda. Absolutely is. You have certainly inspired me today. Love butterflies. Oh, that's nice to read. Beautiful pages. These journals without photos but with pockets are great for making gifts for people too. Yes, they do. And actually you don't have to use pictures in there if you don't want to. You can completely use it as an art journal and not add pictures, because that's something I like to do, but I know not everybody likes to use pictures in their journals, so you absolutely don't have to. And if you want to write in your journal, that's something that you can do as well. Very cool. Only it's a lot of material I can't find around me. I said just because I would like to create something similar. Why you can't find the material around you? Because most of this materials is, of course, it's Elizabeth Craft designs for the dies and the stencils, and the rest is from the art supply store, I think. Your layout make me think of an enchanted garden. Well, I really think that's really fun, because it actually does look a little bit like a garden. What I want to add is a little bit of text here on my fabric, and maybe I can see what Tim Holtz has on his stickers. Replace fear of the unknown with curiosity. Darling, you are a work of art. Live each day with grace and authenticity. That's really nice one, I think. Oh, not all who wander are lost, maybe. Oh, with brave wings she flies. Maybe that's nice with the butterflies. With brave wings she flies. I really like that one. So I'm going to look, because if it doesn't stick just as a sticker, it might be necessary to put some glue behind it, but it actually does stick. Well, yes, that's a good one for your page. Thank you. I'd love to go to Amsterdam and stop in London and Scotland too. Well, that will be a really fun vacation, Sue. That's such a good text to add. Thank you, Sandy. So, I actually think this page is completed now. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue behind that branch, because I know I'm going to rip it when I open my journal otherwise. Perfect choice of sentiment. Thank you, Margaret. I have one with separate words and also not used yet. I have the one with the words as well. I really love using the word stickers and or the small stock stickers from Tim Holtz. I really love them to use in my journals. So let's see. Beautiful page. Thank you, Rhonda. Love the live today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jan, for joining me. Your pages are reminding me of spring is coming soon. Yes, it is. Let's hope it comes really soon. So I hope you had fun seeing what you can do with texture paste, modeling paste on your backgrounds. Make sure to check out Ilse's video that will be live on Monday on our blog as well. As I mentioned, it is Dutch, but even if you don't speak Dutch, it's really fun to look at it for inspiration because you can see her going through the whole process. So she also uses a lot of music in the background, so I think it's still a pretty fun video to watch if you don't speak Dutch, if you ask me. And I will put this video on the blog as well. Probably going to speed it up a little and put some music behind it because the complete process video will be on the YouTube channel of Elizabeth Craft Designs. But for now, I want to thank you for watching this live. I really had fun being here with you guys again, and I will be back with more inspiration, of course. And for now, I'm wishing you a very nice weekend, a very nice start of the weekend, and see you later. Bye bye.